First of all, I will start by an overview of the system of education of Latvia, and then I will turn particularly to the religion in education. In Latvia, the system of general education is organized in several stages. Preschool, that is mandatory for children from the age of 5, basic education, grades 1 to 9, and the secondary education. The process of general education is ensured by schools founded by local government. However, the process of education in the country, that is defining the curriculum, exam dates, etc., is organized centrally. The basic principles of the school system, stages of education, funding of schools, basic principles of curriculum, the rights and obligations of teachers and educators are the same throughout the country. There are 3 types of educational institutions in Latvia. Educational institutions founded by the state, by local governments, and institutions founded by private persons. The mandatory curriculum of education and the basic assessment principles are centrally defined in the state standard of education, which is approved by the Cabinet of Ministers. Institutions of education elaborate the program of education and in the scope defined by acts of legislation, and educational institutions has discretion as regards its implementation. These programs of education are accredited. In turn, the content of a concrete subject, for example, mathematics, Christian faith, Latvian language, etc., is elaborated by the institution of education, but in compliance with the state standard defined for the respective subject. That is, the content of the subject, knowledge and skills to be acquired. And now I turn to the religion in education. Under Article 6 of the Law on Religious Organizations, the Christian religion may be taught in state and municipal schools to persons who have requested it in a written application. It is important to note that according to the law, Christian religion may be taught by teachers of the Evangelical Lutheran, Roman Catholic, Orthodox, Old Believers, or Baptist denominations, if not less than 10 students of the same school have expressed their wish to study the religious teaching of the relevant denomination. Applications by minors to be taught Christian religion must be approved by parents or guardians. If the minor is under 40 years of age, the minor's parents or guardians submit the application. Students at state-supported national minority schools may also receive education in the religion characteristic of the national minority on a voluntary basis. Other denominations may provide religious education in private schools only. Those organizations that have no rights to teach religion in schools put their emphasis on Sunday schools. For example, on Sundays, parents go to Mass while children aged 3 to 10 years are taught in Sunday school. Many denominations have developed a comprehensive system of Sunday schools. For example, the Baptist congregations in Latvia, embracing more than 6,000 members, have Sunday schools attended by approximately 5,000 children. Thus, for example, Jews or Muslims whose religion is not mentioned in the law on religious organizations can ensure religion classes for their children. Ethics is offered as an alternative to religious instruction. In Latvia, if a student does not want to learn the religious teaching, he has to choose teaching of ethics. Religion as subject and other for Latvia and traditional religion subjects such as Islam are not compulsory. Each school may offer these subjects as electives, but of course not the public schools. The standard in these subjects is formed throughout the coordination with the Ministry of Science and Education. Therefore, from September 1, 2004, either ethics or religion is offered as compulsory subjects to grades only 1 to 3, where the parents of pupils have to choose one of the mentioned subjects beforehand. The amount of the compulsory subjects and their content in educational programs of the institutions run by the local governments providing general education and private educational institutions that carry out licensed general elementary or secondary education programs are defined by the regulations approved by the Cabinet of Ministers. In the Christian teaching as a subject in schools, in public schools, students gain knowledge and understanding about the order of the world created by God. Learn to master the skills of the Christian life, praying, serving, and commonwealth. Create motivation of action based on Christian values. For example, the Evangelical Lutheran Church declares that by learning the Christian teaching under democratic circumstances, students will be able to create their own world outlook. According to the law on religious organization, the Christian teaching as a subject is the system of views, doctrines, and ideas of certain Christian denominations. But religious teaching is a system of certain religious views, doctrines, and ideas. According to law, everyone shall be entitled to acquire religious teaching, either individually or together with others in educational institutions of religious organization, but in the state and municipal schools, only Christian religion may be taught by persons who have expressed such wish. Since 1998, the law has been supplemented by an article which provides that religious teaching and ethics classes are financed from the state budget. By taking a broader perspective on the interpretation of the law on religious organizations, Christian teaching is the teaching of the common Christian faith principles in the Bible, values and manifestations in the development of the world culture of the 5 traditional Christian confessions, that is, Lutheran, Catholic, Baptist, Orthodox, and Old Believer. Christian teaching is interdenominational. It concentrates on the essentials of Christianity, important to both the state and society. In Christ's teaching, the open society model is with God in its center and human being as the highest value in it. Now I will turn to requirements for teachers of religion, and in order to be able to teach Christianity, the teacher has to have a degree in pedagogy, as well as they have to have graduated from or enrolled in one of the aforementioned schools, which were financed by the state. Since 2004, more than 700 teachers have received the certificate asserting their rights to teach Christianity. Until 2009, the teacher had to receive a permit from the higher leadership of their denomination under the responsibility of the parish priest, with the aim of not letting representatives of different sects into the schools. When starting work, however, the teachers are not asked about their religious leaning of beliefs. It is to be added that according to the agreement between Latvia and Holy See, Teachers and other employees in officially recognized Catholic schools, as well as students and their parents, shall enjoy the same rights and have the same obligations as their counterparts in state and local government schools.